Welcome back, everyone, to another explainer. Today, we're actually stripping away all that crazy hype surrounding ChatGPT, and we're looking directly at its foundational value. Like, you probably already know the basics of AI, right? But today, we're mapping out its dual superpowers. We're talking about the raw efficiency to just get things done, and the creative artistry to make those things genuinely good.
And it all begins with one really massive, fundamental question. Why use ChatGPT in the first place? I mean, we aren't just looking to adopt some new piece of tech just because it's trendy, right? We need tangible, measurable impact before we totally overhaul our established daily habits. So this question perfectly sets the stage for our deep dive today. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our roadmap for today. First, the value of ChatGPT. Second, efficiency, time and productivity. Third, artistry, quality and creativity. And finally, the ultimate AI advantage. Section 1, the value of ChatGPT. So the core value of this tool basically splits into two totally distinct hemispheres. On the left side, we have efficiency. Think of this as the gears, the raw speed you absolutely need to tear through your daily grind. And then on the right side, we have artistry. This is the nuance, the polish, the actual spark of human-like creativity. Honestly, mastering this tool means really understanding how these two totally different sides interact with each other. Moving right along to Section 2, efficiency, time and productivity. Our source material explicitly highlights the need to boost productivity. And in this specific context, what that actually means is dramatically increasing the volume and the pace of your functional output. It's essentially the mathematical advantage of doing way more in way less time. Just imagine for a second, turning an hour of grueling inbox management or drafting those totally repetitive reports into a 5-minute sweep. You're literally removing that friction entirely from your daily operations. It's a real game changer. Now, the text gives us a super clear causal relationship here. Step 1 is simply time saving. By automating drafting, summarizing, or even coding, you literally claw back hours of your day. But here's the thing, saving time in a vacuum, it isn't really enough. And that leads directly to step 2, boost productivity. You take those newly recovered hours and you reinvest them to execute more, which effectively scales your overall output. However, that brings up a really critical question, doesn't it? What good is saving time if the final product totally lacks inspiration? Think about it. You can generate massive volumes of text at lightning speed, sure, but if the content is flat, boring, or just purely robotic, well, that speed is ultimately worthless. Volume without value is, quite honestly, just noise. Which brings us perfectly to Section 3, artistry, quality, and creativity. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how these two elements, improved content quality and enhanced creativity, actually elevate the standard of your work way beyond mere speed. The source material doesn't just promise faster work, guys. It promises a tangibly higher standard of output. These traits act as a crucial safeguard, basically making sure you don't fall into that trap of churning out high-volume, low-value material. Let's take a second to deeply consider enhanced creativity. See, it's not actually about the AI doing the creative work for you. It's about breaking through your own creative blocks. It's literally like having a brainstorming partner that never, ever tires out. You can ask it to instantly find the blind spots in your argument or, pitch an idea from 5 completely different lateral angles just to jolt your own imagination back into a flow state. How cool is that? Okay, let's contrast these two artistry concepts for a moment. Improved content quality, that's your strict, detail-oriented editor. It's refining, structuring, and really polishing what you already have to make it sharper. Enhanced creativity, on the other hand, is all about generating entirely new sparks. The real magic happens right in the harmony between the two. Suddenly, you have this wild, imaginative brainstorming partner and a ruthless red pen editor rolled into one single tool. And that leads us to Section 4, the ultimate AI advantage. And this brilliantly illustrates how this entire ecosystem of value finally comes together. Just look at the matrix. On column 1, under efficiency, we have time-saving driving, that raw productivity. Then, on column 2, under artistry, we have improved quality sitting right alongside enhanced creativity. I mean, for decades, the golden rule of work was a strict trade-off, right? You could either do things really fast, or you could do them really well, but almost never both at the same time. But this reveals how faster execution and better, more creative ideas actually perfectly coexist now. They're completely mutually reinforcing. It's a total paradigm shift.
So I really want to leave you with a provocative thought today to wrap this up. How will this intersection of raw efficiency and nuanced artistry transform your own daily workflow tomorrow morning? Because you now understand that this tool isn't just some lazy shortcut, right? It's both an operational engine and a creative catalyst. So the next step is totally yours. Go find your own balance, start experimenting, and see just how far you can push your own potential. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. And as always, keep learning.